Okay, I'm going to enter the 3-minute pool on ICC. Just a quick check of my network lag. Seems reasonable enough. I'm playing a French international master, high rated 23-21 with e6. So I get, well, sort of a Catalan, depending on what it does. Okay, goes for 97. Okay, we go here. Plays with b5. Now he can't play. That's maybe a bad move. How can he block the diagonal? I'm confused. He's gonna have to show me. Knight c5. He plays immediately. So this is an exchange sacrifice. Maybe I take on b5 first. Or knight c6 first. Knight c6. Queen a5. Maybe just take the material and go from there. Okay, he has a pawn for it also, but let's get the bishop right back. I have some development problems, that's true. Knight c2. Not sure how I get my stuff developed here. I would like to play b3, but it's tricky, so maybe rook b1 first. He has no threats. So I get my bishop on this diagonal here. b4, knight e4 though. So let's play b3 rather. Bishop can come to b2, maybe to a3. I can also play d4. Play here. I think my idea is d4. Let's try and keep up on the clock, if you will. This might have been a good move accidentally because there's no bishop b7 exchanging anything. Let's just start with this. Start with this move. He goes a5. Now I think I'll take. Play d4 and e4, which I didn't realize earlier, but it's probably a good idea. Okay, keeps the bishop there. In that case, I think I'll fortify my center here. Fortify my center. Queen d3, attack some pawns, and then I'll redirect my knight. Maybe knight e1, probably to d3. He wants to play c5, but it's not a threat yet, I think. Yeah, maybe I'll play bishop c6 if I'm allowed to here. He plays queen b4. I'll play queen c2. Idea knight d3. I can play bishop c6 now or later. I think I'm starting to like the position here. We'll play knight d3. Seems like a good square. We'll put the bishop on c6. I think that's a good exchange, leaving some weaknesses. His bishop on b6 isn't too great. And I can jump to e5. All kinds of good things, hopefully. Is he jumping anywhere? I don't see it, so king here first. Let's do it. Bring the king. I'm not sure. Okay, he's starting to play faster, so I need to be aware of that. I think the pawn will become weak, so I'm not sure he can do that. I'll push now. Well, that was questionable. Protection of this pawn is tricky. Well, okay. And a phone call. Such a good moment for a phone call. I'll have to take it later.
Check.
Rook here and rook here. Trying to play against his pieces. Rook here. Not sure what his big plan is. Attack a pawn here. Randomly attack this pawn and come back here. I have a nice position, but I can't really do anything. Let's make a past h pawn. He's kind of blocked up, but he found a way to do something.
Time.
Let's switch over to this. It's getting dries now, unfortunately.
Check. 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 Check.
Whoops.
Check.
Well, drawers, maybe I'm losing.
Check.
Fuck me. Fucking. Oh, this is basically a time loss. I mean, what to do? That was quite disgusting.
Checkmate.
Totally outplayed the guy, but random time travel. I didn't really see if lag was affecting it too much, but I felt like couldn't move too fast. Yeah, it was really annoying because I mean he didn't deserve to win there. Did not deserve the win there. That was fairly obvious. He's a good bullet player. He must be. 1 minute. Well, not really, but yeah, I didn't really know. Okay, I sort of just play this line. I don't really know it too well, but this felt a bit weird. Usually there's a knight on f6, so when I go knight d4, you can play knight d5. But here, I mean, he's forced to sack the exchange. I mean, if you play rook b8 or a7, well, you lose the, well, you're not losing the queen, but this looks awkward because, yeah, the knight has to go back. And now it's easier for me to free my pieces with d3 or something. So I went with knight c5. And, okay, maybe I can try some moves like knight d6 or knight b5, but I'm also giving him 2 element, so, well, this is just a bad move. Hello. He takes with the bishop, and now he takes with the queen. So now he's got 2 pieces for it, for the rook, so that's not good. So of course we take on a8, and then we go back. And now we need some way to develop. I mean, this is hanging, this hangs the rook, so I thought kick the queen away. Didn't really see another option. I need this one out, so same problem with the d pawn, so rook b1, b3 felt like the natural solution. And now, yeah, bishop b2, bishop a3. I don't think it matters. Of course, bishop b2, if it takes on b3, I have bishop takes f6. Tactical solution. But after this, yeah, I felt like, okay, now I'm starting to get this typical Catalan structure where you place your pawns using the Capablanca rule. Pawns on the opposite color of the bishop. A really solid structure. And I also think I did a pretty good job with the rerouting of the knight here to d3. And I'm much better now. Now it's just a question of bringing the point home. I could have taken on b3. No, I took. Okay. So okay, still some work to be done. I mean, he has 1 pawn for the exchange and no real weaknesses really. But okay, eventually this is a real game. I would try and improve slowly but surely. Maybe bring the king to the center, put the knight on e5, try and expand the pawns or something, or expand on the king's head. Try and use my pawns to create something. But here, Yeah, I spent too much time here. I mean, 9 seconds is too much here when we each have 1 minute left. It's a bullet game by now. And I adjusted too late. Here, I thought he had rook a3. So I wasn't sure about this. Well, I can play rook b1, of course, so what's wrong here? No problem.
Check.
And here, I was happy because the rook is like totally dead. So I just tried to play solid moves. I repeated the position a couple of times. Bishop d6, king e4. And yeah, here it's a race. I don't necessarily have to find the plan, but eventually I did. Try and create the passed h-pawn, so g4. If he doesn't take, I take. I bring my rook here to attack the pawn, so he takes. Brings the king, and yeah, I mean, if he takes, king takes f5, then this pawn just runs off the board, but he found king f6. He took. Now we have 23 seconds left. Maybe I should have just kept on playing just kept the rook out of the game. Should have played h5 because it's easy for me to play. Just play h5 and try and bring the king somehow closer to the action, and I should win on time. But once I freeze rook, I have to think about stuff, and here I just panic. I don't want to pass b pawn, so I go to the rook ending. But now I'm a few seconds behind. And it's a draw, but okay. And, I found a nice trick here with the rook takes b4.
Check.
So rook b5 was nice, and then king e7, g4. But then on b4, which he completely missed here. So a nice cross pin, he can't defend the queenie square. So I take check. And let's see at the next time I make a check. King f3.
Check.
I mean, this is at least a draw, but I had no time, and
check.
Let's see how much time I spent here.
Check.
Yeah, it was just a random panicky pre-move, but probably losing on time still here. Yeah, annoying. Kind of the second game in a row where based on the play on the board, I don't deserve to lose, but unfortunately the clock is a factor also, so I lose this game. Yeah, see you later. Bye bye.